I just now completed day one of my carnivore challenge, and this morning I weighed in exactly at 170 pounds. It's my goal to reach 150, 152 pounds or so through food restriction and time restriction. That is the carnivore diet and intermittent fasting. So as of tonight, I've been in ketosis for 3 full days, and I've eaten twice daily on each of the last 3 days. And I've already started to purge some of the water weight. I can tell because I think, my electrolytes were unbalanced, and I had muscle cramps a couple nights ago or a couple mornings ago. But last night I didn't have any sort of issues, so I think my electrolytes are rebalanced. And I think I've also established my routine in terms of eating just twice daily, and I'll gradually start to eat less over time through these 2 dietary changes. It's Sunday morning, day 1, and I'm going to lead off today with some beef liver, some eggs, and some cocktail sausages. And this has a little bit of cheese inside, and this was made, I think, in some of the grease that was used that was remnant from this beef liver, so that's why it's slightly brown there. And that's going to be my breakfast / lunch for today. Here is a top sirloin steak that I just prepared on the stove with a skillet. It's 1.24 pounds, so it's basically a pound and another quarter pound on top of that. This is what I'm going to eat for dinner. So as you can tell, I eat beef liver in the morning on Saturday and Sundays, and that's the first thing because I'm essentially breaking a fast, breakfast, roughly 12 to maybe 16 hours from the previous meal the night before. And since it's the least palatable thing that I eat out of the 3 things that I put on that plate, the only way I can eat it and eat everything else is if I eat that first. In fact, this morning I barely completed eating my entire meal. I made it through the liver, the eggs, and about a third of those little cocktail sausages before I was full. But I managed to power through it and managed to consume the rest. But I can already feel the hunger-reducing effects of the carnivore diet so far into this experiment. Not only that, I wasn't even hungry by the time I got to dinner, but I made it anyways, cut it in half, put it on a skillet, mashed it into there pretty heavily so that it would compress a little bit and thin it out a little bit and cook a little bit more thoroughly through. And so that's how that went. I want to point out that I did an experiment with calories in, calories out in 2011 and again in 2017, and that worked for me to lose weight. But the closer I got down to my optimal weight, the more hunger I had to deal with. And I started out at 192 pounds for the first calorie restriction routine that I went, and I started out at 185 pounds for the second one. And once I reached my goal weight of 165 the first time and 170 the second time, my hunger kept me from going lower than that. I'm not saying this is an unhealthy weight of being 165 to 170 pounds for someone my height, which is 5'9", and for someone who has a lot of muscles. They can be lean at that current height and weight, but for someone with my lean body weight, I'm pretty fat at 170 pounds. So my goal for this month is to stabilize things and reduce my weight a little bit through the carnivore diet. And so with that said, I'm about to get ready for my work week, so I'm going to sign off now. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.